Hi, guys. Welcome to another episode. I'm here again with Juan.
Hello, guys, everybody. How
So,
y'all doing?
we're here to talk about 7 categories of overall wellness from emotional, financial, physical, spiritual, environmental, social, and fun. So, today we have a special topic because it's near and dear to our hearts. We are Rotarians. So, Juan, tell the audience a little bit about Rotary.
Well, Rotary is it's a nonprofit organization that gathers a group of well-rounded and great spirit people that work together to better the community wherever they go. We work across borders a lot
Yes, we do.
to better other communities as well.
Yes, we do. And we use our time and talent to give back to various causes in our community and our world. Rotary is an international organization with 1.4 million people that are members. And so I've been part of it for 9 years and I never looked back. It's been part of who I am as a person, giving back, and also part of my business where it's given me the opportunity to meet new people, new business connections, and just even new friends. I mean, we met because of Rotary and volunteering at different events, and then we get to know each other and we become a family. Our club, our members, we treat them like family. It's been awesome. I think I've had a really good time.
It's a great time to pass. It's a great way to pass time.
Mhm.
It's a great way to meet people. If I'm a newbie, I am
Mhm.
barely been what is it? I'm going on 2 years of
Yes,
being
I
a
think so.
Rotarian,
I
right?
think so.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think I've always been a Rotarian at heart, to
Yes.
be honest.
Yes, you
I've
have.
always been in the pursuit of bettering other people's life. But I'm new, and if you are in
Mhm.
the situation, is sort of kind of where I was, whereas you move back to your own hometown and you're
Mhm.
trying to find new friends or meet with friends again, it's a great place to
Yes, it
go find
is.
good souls.
Absolutely. And everybody in our club brings different talents. Like it's amazing. We have a Rotarian that her name is Fatima.
A lot
She
of great
loves
people.
she
Fatima,
loves to
great.
decorate. Then we've got Juan here that is the handy guy. He knows a lot of things about a lot of things. Like he'll find solutions for every problem, especially when we're doing events. That's the guy. He's running.
HD.
He's everywhere. HD, whatever, yeah,
LG
AV,
TVs.
everything. He's got you. And so we've got some really amazing people.
That's right, Natasha. We got people from everyday normal workers. I consider myself be a normal worker. I
Mhm.
work for the municipality.
Mhm.
To we have people, and I don't want to just go ahead and name names and places,
Yes, yes.
right? But we have a lot of people that are into public speaking. A lot of people who
Mhm.
are um,
Counselors,
counselors, right?
teachers.
Teachers. We got military age men, women. We
Mhm.
got
Mhm.
retirees. We got
Yep.
people younger than me. We got people in between, all in
All
between
ages.
that,
Yeah.
right? Everybody's mostly they're cool
Mhm.
in the sense where they're relaxed, and then
Mhm.
we are all working
For the same cause.
the same cause. Yeah.
Yep. And they all teach you something about life, because we all are leaders and we all give back to different communities as well as our own club. So it's the collaborating aspect that we love, and just like making our mark in the community, and feeling good about it.
That's right. Feeling good about it is what motivates me the most to go to those things.
Mm-hmm.
It makes me feel it. Besides the fact of volunteering and bettering other people's life, it makes me feel
Mm-hmm.
good to go to that place where I feel like I am
Mm-hmm.
welcomed. Um,
Exactly.
I feel like I can go there and talk to. Let's say for the sake of this conversation and this point that
Mm-hmm.
we're making right now,
Mm-hmm.
um, I asked one of my fellow Rotarians. I had a question on how to patent an idea, right? And
Mm-hmm.
so I knew one of our fellow Rotarians had patent ideas before, and I went
Mm-hmm.
and I said, "Hey, man, I'm trying to patent this idea." And then he goes, "Stop! Before you tell me anything more, I'll tell you how to patent, but I don't want to hear about what it is."
Mm-hmm.
And man, I was like, "Man, that's great, dude. Thanks. You get it.
Yep.
Yeah, you're trying to protect me, and you're trying to help me at the same
Of
time."
course, of course. That's awesome. That's awesome. It's always good to know you can meet awesome resources like that. That where else are you going to meet?
And the willingness to help you.
The willingness, yeah, because the more you hang out with them, the more you volunteer with them, that builds that trust,
It does.
and then that builds that relationship together.
Mm-hmm.
To maybe now in the future when you're ready to patent something, he'll be right by your side to say, "I got you."
That's that, Natasha. And there's a lot of more stories. That's the only one that's personal to me, right? But there's a lot more
Mhm.
stories of things that are similar to this. With Rotarians helping
Yes,
Rotarians. That's a
mhm.
big thing.
It's
I
big.
think Natasha can tell you guys more about
Of
that.
course, of course. In fact, Our club
Oh,
supports
there you
other
go.
clubs.
Great transition.
We support other clubs. For example, Juan's sister is part of a different club.
Shout out Martha.
Shout out Martha.
It's CRB Roasters Coffee.
Yes,
If you guys haven't
yes.
tried it, go try it.
She's so amazing. She
any of them,
always
they're pretty good.
donates to our events. She made an amazing basket during our gala, and she provided the coffee for our Rotarians at work because we had to decorate. We had this big hall at the Paradise, and we were having a gala. And when I said about talent before, we actually have a guy named Francisco.
Cisco.
He's
Chesco.
amazing. He is in
Shout
a
out to
band.
Chesco.
He's in a band called Ravines.
Los Rabins.
Los Ravines.
Yeah.
And really amazing music.
And he's a realtor, so if you're trying to buy a house, shout out to Francisco Quesada.
Yes, he's amazing. His music kept people going at our gala that we have every year. And that's just one of many events that we have to. And then in addition, other clubs like Martha's and other Rotarians from different clubs, because we have 8 in Yuma, they sponsored some of the events. So we were able to make that happen and raise funds for our cause, but also provide scholarships and other things in our community.
Yeah, that's what's beautiful about this. We are funding our own fund to fund other people.
Exactly.
It's amazing. It's amazing. I want to give a shout out to San Luis Frontera Rotary and my sister Martha, right?
Yes.
But it's a group thing. It's a San Luis Frontera. People putting together the casino night, the Casino Royale night in San Luis. That was a blast. Yeah, it's $75, but it's a meal. It's 2 drinks, right? Because if you think about it, that's already like $30.
It is, yeah.
Yeah, and it's a meal, and then you get chips to go and play in these casino games.
They bring the items, like they actually bring the roulette thingy.
Yeah, they do, and they bring the guy that does it. He's got it's his business.
Oh, okay.
Right, and since now you're not playing with money, you're actually out there being like, hey, you don't want to put your money right there. They're like, hey, put your money right here. It's not like aggressive as it normally is.
But it's all for a good cause. So like, what your ticket
on night
money goes towards the event, the food, and also like the camaraderie of meeting new people.
Oh yeah.
Or even just building your relationships or friendships stronger because you're hanging out now after hours and learning different things from different people. But it's great that even though we have 8 clubs in just our community alone, everyone supports each other and says, oh, this club's doing this. This club's okay. Let's go to that. Let's donate for this. Let's work together. Like during the festivals that we have in town, Mardi Gras, we have different opportunities with different clubs where we can actually donate our time.
That's right, yeah.
And it really does feel good. You feel the sense of purpose, the drive between you. Like you might be going through a hard time, but your Rotary brother or your Rotary sister has got you, and they'll help you through those difficult moments.
Yeah, if you're somebody that feeds off of energy, like moi, it's great to go to those things, right? Because you're actually putting your good energy out there, and people are reciprocating.
Yep.
We do help other Rotarians, and we do help other clubs as well. We do a lateral transition, like we do Midnight at the Oasis. That's not all us, right? Nope. That's the Caballeros. But we do go there and we help sell alcohol at their tents, and then also the San Luis Frontera does quesadillas and burritos, right? And we don't see any of that money.
No.
Do the Caballeros see any of that money? Maybe a little bit, just to fund and sponsor, right? But the point of this is that we're helping them get money so they can go and give it out to the community, right?
For the community, absolutely. And that brings us to the next point: being a volunteer at an event. Why is it beneficial? What do you get back from being part of it?
I get a lot of fun. Natasha, what do you do?
Same. I get the social environment. I get to
drinks.
Oh yeah, drinks, good food, and just like getting those new connections that maybe later that becomes a good friend. And then also also just volunteering. You have the time. If you have the time, trust me, guys, giving your time back to the community. Maybe it was how I was raised or whatever. It starts at any age. And it makes even if you're a student watching this, if you're trying to get into college and it asks you extracurricular activities and you put Rotary or any other organization,
that's a given.
It's going to help you. You can do anything. Volunteer at the church, volunteer at your hospital, volunteer with us, the Rotarians, wherever you want to do it. Red Cross. Those things always look good on a resume.
Yeah, you touch up on a good thing right there, Natasha. So when you join a club like Rotary, you're in essence learning about leadership, right? Within your own bubble
Yep.
or with the whole club. Because
Yeah.
when you go there, you explore what a leader is, right? Sometimes you got to manage your own criteria and your own time in
Yep.
order to volunteer,
Of
and those
course.
are good skills that you got
It
to learn
is.
from that.
It is. And then the really awesome thing is like you have the opportunity to be a board member also.
That's right.
Um,
Anybody could be one.
and there are things that I even learned myself from being in the club that I didn't know I could do. And starting a club of my own down the road, with which I did in college, was also based on like the volunteer experience I've done. And then I started something at NEU called Cultures Coming Together. And the ironic part is, many years later, I joined this Rotary Club, and we guys are the most diverse club in Yuma. We've got people from Africa, we've got people from Indonesia, India, Mexico. Where else? We've got people from Philippines. So we've got a really diverse group
all
of
over
people.
Asia. We got people from
All over Asia.
Yeah, and then of course we got the locals.
Yes.
Which
we have
are
a
very
we have a
diverse
woman
group.
that's from Spain too.
That's right, we do.
We're from
Yeah,
Spain
yeah.
too.
Rotary can take you to a lot of places.
Yes.
Volunteering and being in these clubs can help you go. We got our president or current president that's taking a few trips out of the United States on behalf of Rotary,
Yep.
right?
Mhm.
And I mean that's an amazing experience
Yep.
that maybe I'll get to experience, but
Yep.
that could be you.
That could be you.
That could be you. That could be you.
They go to president's training. To manage your club, you go to a president's
training.
Pets. And Jesus, our club president, I mean, he went to Singapore recently. He learned a lot of things in that convention. There's one coming up in this summer in Calgary. So that's huge conventions where people who are Rotarians come together and they learn different things about leadership, and they meet people from around the world. They learn about different service projects, I think. And there's also one that we're doing here locally in October where we're bringing all the clubs together during Halloween weekend.
True, yeah.
So, if you follow Juan or I, we will be sharing more events that you can participate or even just come as a guest. We'd love to have you be part of that. So, getting back to what is a Rotary meeting? What is it that we do? Where do we meet? All that stuff.
So it varies, right? There's some meetings that are very formal where we gotta go to the meat and the potatoes, right? Immediately, where we got to get this done because maybe we got an event next week, or like it's on Thursday and it's Tuesday,
and we got to find sponsors too, guys.
There's other ones which is mostly occupies the whole schedule, is just hanging out and talking about what we're gonna do in like 2-3 months from now, and we're having side conversations like, hey, did you do this? Did you do that? Did you go to there? Hey, I got a margarita. Hey, did you got a Bloody Mary? Hey, I had too many. Can you give me some water because I need to drive home? Stuff like that. You know? It's fun.
It's fun.
It's fun.
It's fun. Yeah. And there is structure. We have an agenda. We reach out to different businesses that are nonprofits that want to talk about some causes that they have going on. We support that cause. We donate.
We get invited to places.
Yeah. And it's pretty cool. Yeah, we invite people to what we got going on.
I want to talk about how we got the different clubs from San Luis, Mexico, and Mexicali come over sometimes, and they talk to us and invite us to their events, or we invite them vice versa. Sometimes we do work across the border, right? And they come and give us an update on how they're doing, which is amazing. And that's part of the meetings too.
And then when we do our group activities, we do all sorts of stuff: golf tournaments, galas, socials. Every year during Christmas, we do an ornament party and an exchange party, which is pretty fun, where, we wrap it on a gift that we don't know what ornament's in it, but we bid on it. And then that money that we make goes to the foundation for vaccines and other things, initiatives that they have going on. So that's just some of the ideas and events that we have. But we've been pretty fortunate because even Thanksgiving, guys, Miss Thelma Lundy has gotten us this place, Martin Luther King Center, and we all contribute either by serving food to the needy, or
that's right,
or we also give money to the homeless community for buying hygiene products and things like that we make baskets to give to Crossroads. But Thanksgiving, that was like a big thing when I joined Rotary, where I was like serving the food, and I felt so good about it because like that was the year we made turkey at the house to donate, and Nina from our club made some sides and did a lot of work in the back end to make sure there was enough for the people that came. And we even got covered on the news, guys, because of that. And that was our first time we did it there when I was part of it. And we continued the legacy every year, and it just kept getting bigger and bigger, and people started to donate more. And we've been, and then we do our annual wine and cheese tasting. We have dancing. I mean,
All
it's a
these
lot of fun.
opportunities,
A
yeah.
lot of fun
Even
opportunities.
when you're in there volunteering your time, let's say you're not there to like show up and just enjoy the vibe and the music, and you show up to volunteer, you'll eventually vibe. Honestly,
Oh yeah.
yeah,
Oh yeah.
you'll be done serving people, and then it'll be time. Though somebody will hand you a drink or or a plate,
Right.
right, and then just sit down and talk to people because
There's so many
nobody's
times.
getting paid in these things. So
Yep. And there's so many times we go to these events, and then we're done. The meeting's only an hour, but people are still hanging out. They're still hanging out
because we're cool people.
Yeah.
We're cool people.
Yeah,
we got
yeah.
conversation.
Yeah, and so it's been really awesome to have that kind of camaraderie with our club. So why do you volunteer?
I volunteer because I feel that I can. Right, I feel like I can help people, and that's why I do it. Honestly, I can't summarize it any further. Why do you volunteer, Natasha?
I do for different reasons. So I think that ever since I was little, I've always felt the need to give back, whether it's my time, whether it's being a good friend to someone that's struggling. I've always had that part of my personality. And so when I was younger, I was part of the Best Buddies Club where I helped people that were autistic and things like that. And I was like, in the 10th grade, and I was in this after school club. Then I started doing Relay for Life. But I didn't know down the road that it would be a big part of who I am, of giving back to different things. And then when I became a member and got the opportunity with Rotary, I realized why all these years I wanted to volunteer here and there and here and there to learn different skills.
Subconsciously advancing.
Yeah.
Oneself. Habit.
Yep. So it was more so to learn the different things in leadership, to give back to my godly purpose, because I love being a motivator, hence the podcast, hence, keeping my connections going. But volunteering to me is service above self. Exactly what Rotary is, because when you do something above yourself and you work hard towards it, then things start to manifest better in your life. And it's like karma, like in Indian culture, we talk about karma. You do good to others, good will come back to you. So it's just about giving back and just being a better person while you're doing it.
I think you touched on a really important point right there, which is networking. Could you give us a little more of an explanation of how would you network being in this club?
Yes, of course. So as you come to these meetings, even if you're new, it's going to take time for you to warm up to the community, to the people there, but we always try to make you feel welcome. So when you're there, we let you stand up and tell about yourself, and also we make you feel welcome, and you get to network with new people. Networking is just a base to grow.
I think you meet a lot of people who are in the same mind level that you are, right? We're trying to do something probably together to better everybody's position, right? And when you meet people that are like-minded, you tend to move in a group. You tend to look bigger, right? And therefore you do more things.
Of course,
It
absolutely.
enables you to get to the places where you want or need to be.
Exactly. Absolutely.
And that's a byproduct, guys. That's not really what we're there, but that's a byproduct. And it is what it is.
It is what it is. Yeah. It gets us to this point, making a difference one act at a time. That's what we do. We make a difference one act at a time.
That's right. We can move a mountain. I could try. I'll start moving a rock, right? But look, guys, I think the pyramids were built with a lot of people. And that translates to us right here. We're all going together in a club. We're not putting, maybe not me, but some other people might, right? We're not putting 100% of our time, but we're pitching in.
Yes.
Right? We're pitching in. And then as there's a Mexican saying, it might be somewhere else too, right? And I'm gonna go full on Spanish with you guys.
Go do it.
I'll translate later, right? But like de pesito en pesito se llena el jarrito, which means, like it's cent by cent, you'll fill out jar.
Exactly. No, it's true.
But
It's
it's
true.
true,
Yeah,
yeah.
it's true. It's
Yeah.
very relatable. It's very, very relatable. Um, so where can you find us?
And you probably want to find us.
Yes, we meet at Curry's Indian Restaurant Thursday, 5:30 to 6:30 p.m. Um, you know, we can be followed at Rotary Yuma Crossing on Instagram or Yuma Crossing Rotary on Facebook. You can email us if you have any questions about how to join the club, how do I come to a meeting,
How to volunteer.
how to volunteer. If you want to sponsor a future event, that's where you can
Or
get
how to
event.
find a future. Yeah, did you say that?
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, how to find a future event.
Find the future
too.
events. Yeah.
And we're always collaborating with businesses for sponsors and raffles. So if you want to promote your brand, your business, we would be more than happy to give you that information.
I want to give a free shout out, if Natasha will allow me.
Yes, go for it.
Shout out to CRB Roasters.
Yes.
Here in Yuma. Go try out their caramel sand dunes or their river blends. River blends pretty good. I am biased on the caramel sand dunes.
So good. I had that one.
I'll tell you why later. But yeah, great coffee on the scene. It's cheap and it's from here.
Yep.
It is
locally grown. Yeah.
Locally roasted.
Roasted
because the coffee does come from different places, but they're all high quality places.
Very high quality.
It gets roasted here in Yuma with a lot of love and a lot of care.
Yes, absolutely, absolutely, and they've been such a good support to our club as well.
Fellow Rotarians.
And they're fellow Rotarians.
Yeah.
They're from a different club, but they always support us. We always support them. And shout out to all the people that have given back to volunteering even for our club events, and also just donating their time, their energy, their money towards the foundation. It doesn't go unseen. So thank you guys, everybody, for doing that for us. The last thing I want to leave you with, if you want more information about Rotary, go to www.rotary.org.
You can find us anywhere in the world.
Yes.
Through Rotary.org.
I had an awesome experience actually recently where I have been traveling for work and I went to Phoenix. And one day I was like, you know what? I want to check out a different club. I just walked in. I didn't have it planned. I just went on the app and I said, Rotary Club Wednesday. Found the club and surprise. And I went. And there was mostly elderly people, but I was like, you know what? It's okay. If I'm the youngest, who cares? I got to meet some amazing, motivating people. I got to hear the projects. They were so happy. But the funniest story is these conferences, you meet different people. One guy comes up to me. He's like, you look very familiar. And I was like, oh, no, not this again. But he's like, are you related to Fatima Smith?
Oh, wait.
Yeah, because she's a assistant governor for Rotary. So she meets other club members. She goes to these conferences. And so I guess, he knew her. And I was like, wow, we are truly connected. This is a place 3 hours away. And he's like, I know somebody from your club. And I was like, wait, how? And it just so happened that they were doing a peace project together. And that's how it happened. So pretty cool.
Really cool.
And they welcomed me back. And you can go anywhere in the world. We had a club member of ours that went to India and took a flag, our club flag, and actually gave it to them, and they exchanged flags. And it's such a touching moment when you can give service and meet different people from around the world and just grow as a person.
Yeah, and they take you in like as if you were one of theirs. Because you are one of theirs,
Mm-hmm.
They don't know you, but they know that you're a Rotarian.
Yes.
And that's a lot. It's not something, it's a lot, honestly.
It just shows your character and what you want to give back to the community. We only get this one life, so why not live it well and
give back a little.
You got
enough.
Yes. So guys, if you want to watch the replay, you can go to at One Self Consulting. And here's my website, oneselfconsulting.com. Thank you so much, Juan, for being on the show. It's been a blessing. In the Indian and the Mexican coming together for the Chronicles, the Clubhouse Chronicles. And guess what? We have way more to come and way more amazing events to go. So thank you, guys. Thank you, Juan. Have a good night. Bye, guys.